What is armature reaction? Armature reaction happens in every motor, every generator, and it is a phenomenon which is undesirable. It can lead to sparking at the brushes that can reduce the life of the brushes. It can lead to in generators it can lead to producing the terminal voltage which is less than the voltage that can be produced without armature reaction. So let's understand what is armature reaction. When you don't have any load connected to your generator, so your generator armature is moving, the voltage is induced, you have a field set up through your permanent magnets or electromagnets, what we call the field magnets. And since there is no current going through the commutator, since there is no load attached, you just have the terminal voltage to be the same as the voltage induced in the armature. Again, when current will start flowing, you will have some drop because of the winding resistance and the resistance of the brushes. But as long as there is no current flowing, your terminal voltage is going to be the same as as the voltage that is induced. So let's look at this figure right now. You can see that you have many commutator segments. I think it's like 12 commutator segments, and then you have different coils, coil segments as well. And you can see at rotation is counterclockwise, as you can see, and at different instant of time, different voltages have been induced in different segments of coil. So the total voltage induced between the brush X and Y is 70 volt. Now, if you change the location, and one more thing that you see over here, that where we're placing the brushes, we're placing the brushes, these two brushes, to the commutator segment. So it is shorting out the two commutator segment. Look, brush is shorting out this segment and this segment, Y brush, and X brush is sorting out this segment and this segment, right? So observe that the coil that is shorting out both the segments as well, so coil A here and coil B here, it is shorting out these two segments where the brush is connected. The voltage in that coil is 0 volt, right? When the voltage in the coil is 0 volt, then really there is no short happens at these in these segments of commutator. And if there is no short happens at this commutator, basically the current is not going to flow through this coil, and there will be no sparking at the brushes. So there is really no what you call short of two commuters. Remember, commutator segments have to be insulated from each other. Now, if you short these two segments, then of course you are making the current flow through those, and you're gonna have a sparking at the brushes basically. And that's what happens actually in many of the old motors, that they become old, and it starts shorting. Then there is or the armature reactions happens, and there is basically brushes start dropping the voltage, and there is a sparking of the brushes would reduce their life. But in any case, the way the coils, the orientation of coils is, or the orientation of brushes is, or location of brushes is that the brushes will be placed to the commutator segments, such that the coil at those commutator segment will induce 0 volt at all time. And how does it happen? It happens because of the electromagnetic pattern that develops inside your over the armature. So observe this. You have a north and a south, and this is the electromagnetic flux pattern. Observe that there is no flux that is linked with these two coils. This is the center of the armature, and these are two coils. So when there is no flux linked with those coils, basically there will be no voltage induced in those coils. And that imaginary plane where no voltage is induced because no flux is there, that plane is called neutral zone, or that zone is called neutral zone, which is right here. So basically you put your brushes, carbon brushes, always at the neutral zone, because the commutator segment that it will be connected to and the coil that is shorting out those commutator segment, those coils will always have 0 volt. All right, so far so good. So far we don't have any problem. Now, let's, in this figure you see that we change the direction of or location of the brushes. So instead of putting on the neutral zone, so in this one, this is our neutral zone right here. Instead of putting on the neutral zone, we went ahead and put it over here. And now the commutators are touching the coil that has some voltage in there. So basically it will be shorting out these commutator coil, and there will be a lot of sparking at the brushes. In addition to that, observe that the voltage in the first figure was 70 volt between X and Y, and it has dropped down to 63 volt. So in addition to sparking at the brushes, which will itself do a voltage loss at the brushes as well as shorten the life of the brushes, you also have the total output voltage induced is going to be less than if you put the brushes at the neutral zone. Okay, now so far still you have not connected the load, right? You just have changed the position of your carbon brushes. Now what if you go ahead and you connect the load and current will start flowing through your load? What's going to happen then? So what's going to happen is current will start flowing through the load, and when current will start flowing through the load and in the armature coils, it will produce its own magnetic field. Remember, anytime current is going to flow through the coil, a magnetic field is going to be generated. So what's going to happen that you have now two magnetic fields in your setup. You have the armature MMF, which is due to the flow of current in the armature because you connected the load, and you have the field MMF. Remember, MMF is magnetomotive force, the force that produces the flux. And then you have the field MMF, which was of course the flux due to the field magnets. Now when these two fields are going to interact with each other, they are going to change the orientation of the magnetic pattern on the armature. So your magnetic pattern on the armature before was this. You had a clear neutral zone where you put the brushes. Now that magnetic pattern is going to be changed. And what's going to happen? Your neutral zone is going to shift. As you can see here, your neutral zone is going to shift because now the zone or the line along which no flux will be acting, because now you're adding two different fluxes. Now that line or that zone is going to change. Now remember, you're not changing the orientation of the brushes, the location of the brushes. So now basically the brushes are touching the commutator segments that are connected to the coil that are no longer along the neutral zone. So what's going to happen that they will have voltage induced in those coils, and when the voltage will be induced in those coils and they will short circuit the commutator segments, the same thing is going to happen. You have the less voltage induced, you have sparking at the brushes, and the life of the brushes are going to go down. So this whole phenomena is called armature reaction. So what is armature reaction? It is basically shift of the neutral zone along which you put your carbon brushes to another plane due to the flow of current in the armature, which produces its own magnetic field. And when this magnetic field interacts with the magnetic field of the magnet, permanent magnet, then the magnetic pattern on the armature is shifted, which shifts the neutral zone, which creates sparking at the brushes, because now your brushes will be touching the commutator segment. Your brushes are no longer located at the neutral zone, hence they will be touching the commutator segment, which are shorting out a coil that has now induced voltage. So this whole story is what armature reaction is. How do you fix this? There are two ways to fix it. If you know that this is your load, so generator is providing exact or generator is providing the exact amount of current to the same load, and the load is not changing. So what you can do is uh, you can shift basically the location of the carbon brushes to the new position where the new neutral zone is going to be. Again, it is hard to do because again, how you gonna do that? It's the interior part of the generator. But theoretically, if you know this much current is gonna be flowing all the time when the load is connected, then and generator is never operating without load, then basically you can just one time you can go ahead and put the brushes along the new neutral zone, and the problem will be solved. But if the load on the generator is variable, if it is providing different, if it is giving different current, then of course every time the value of the current is going to change, the flux produced by the current is going to be changed. The pattern of total pattern of the magnetic flux is going to be different. So just changing the location of the brushes is not going to work. So for that, practically what we do in all the generators is we use commutating poles. What is a commutating pole? Basically, it is an electromagnet which is connected in series with the armature winding, and then it will be connected to your load right here. So now what happens is, when the current will start flowing, armature is going to produce its own MMF, and then since the same current is flowing through these electromagnet through the commutating pole, they will produce the same amount of flux as the armature flux. But the way we do these windings is that the flux direction is going to be opposite to the direction of the flux that is produced by the armature winding. As simple as that. So the two flux will cancel each other, and the only flux that will be left is due to this magnetic field. That's the field magnet. Hence the total flux is still going to be the field flux. Armature flux will be cancelled out by the flux produced by the commutating pole, and you don't have any shift in the neutral zone, and hence you don't have any all these problems that are associated with the armature reaction. So this is the way that practically we fix the armature reaction.